You think I could book that for like the weekend of the 14th when the soundtrack comes out? If so, bump somebody. Alright, thanks. Alright, love you, man. Alright. I got my MTV out. Savage! I'm a savage! Oh! I'm a savage! Whatever I want, I'm going to get! Whatever I want, I have to get!
A music mogul who once thrived in luxury aboard a $117 million yacht is now confined to pacing a small, suffocating cell at Brooklyn's Metropolitan Detention Center. The shocker, Sean Diddy Combs, the man once synonymous with wealth and extravagance, is facing allegations from his fellow inmates, not only for his infamous outbursts but also for reportedly attacking guards in a violent rage. The prison isn't just a place of incarceration, it's a world of rumors, alliances, and, it seems, revelations. So what pushed one of the most powerful figures in hip-hop to his breaking point, and why are inmates speaking out now? It's difficult to picture Diddy, the man who popped bottles of Ace of Spades champagne under the Caribbean sky, reduced to eating slop meals in a cell with no proper ventilation. But this is now his reality. His $600 million fortune and elite legal team couldn't protect him from federal charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. The Metropolitan Detention Center is a far cry from the Miami mansion where he once threw lavish parties. Sources from inside MDC describe the prison as pure hell. The fluorescent lights never go off, the air feels suffocating, and every movement is under constant surveillance. One inmate even compared it to being buried alive. For Diddy, used to luxury and control, this was more than just a fall from grace, it felt like psychological warfare. Reports surfaced of Diddy begging guards to send him to the prison hospital, claiming he was on the verge of a breakdown. Picture it, a man who once commanded entire industries reduced to desperate pleas. According to sources, guards denied his requests, leaving him to cope on his own, though his team later denied these claims. Insiders paint a vivid picture of a man struggling to adjust to his new reality. It was during this chaotic meltdown over the holidays, of all times, that the alleged incident with the guards took place. Inmates claim that Diddy, already simmering with frustration, exploded when his demands were ignored. Some even say he physically attacked one of the guards in a fit of rage, a claim that MDC officials neither confirmed nor denied. But there's more to this story. At a facility like MDC, with its high-profile inmates, people like Diddy aren't just prisoners, they're targets. From the moment he entered, Diddy was under scrutiny, not only from the guards but also from fellow inmates eager to exploit his weaknesses. Here's where things get murkier. Allegations surfaced suggesting some inmates intentionally provoked him, knowing his responses could lead to confrontations. Another source pointed out that Diddy's isolation, meant to protect him, only intensified his frustration. While protective custody might shield him from physical harm, it also isolates him from the little community the prison offers, which only adds to the tension. What amplifies this is the weight of the allegations against Diddy. The charges he faces are not just career-ending, they're life-shattering. Accusations of abuse and exploitation at so-called freak-offs have emerged, revealing a man whose private life was as controversial as his polished public image. But the drama doesn't stop there. Outside the prison, Diddy is grappling with a growing pile of legal troubles. Over a dozen civil lawsuits have been filed against him, many accusing him of sexual assault and abuse at his infamous parties. His legal team dismisses these claims as opportunistic stunts, but the sheer volume of allegations is overwhelming. Then there's the ongoing criminal case, a federal indictment on charges of sex trafficking and racketeering. The prosecution has painted a grim picture, claiming that Diddy used drugs and alcohol to exploit victims at parties from New York to Florida. It's a case that could define the rest of his life. And yet, despite the severity of these charges, the narrative inside MDC seems to take center stage. Reports of Diddy refusing meals, his appearance growing gaunt and gray, and his alleged confrontations with guards have captured the public's attention. Inmates have described the jail as a powder keg, where violence is always just a breath away. And for someone with Diddy's profile, the risks are even higher. Former inmates have shared stories of targeted attacks and constant tension, raising questions about how someone like Diddy can survive in such an environment. This chapter serves as a stark reminder of how quickly fortunes can change. Whether Diddy emerges from this a broken man or a defiant one remains to be seen. But one thing is certain, the story doesn't end here. In the world of Sean Diddy Combs, the line between fact and fiction has always been blurry, and for his fellow inmates, exposing him might just be their way to claim their own 15 minutes of fame.